get our thing set up. Screen one, share. Here we go. Welcome everybody. It's April 28th. It's 8:43 a.m. and I just saw my morning messages in the community lounge, and apparently Ishan had a quick request for us to do some @ ampersand, if Brendan's correcting me properly, I believe, and the colon. I have a brand new AI that I've set up here on my personal work email on a blank account that has absolutely 0 responses. So the first thing I'm going to do here is set my autopilot on my AI. I have set my AI's name to Smitty, sales, marketing, and IT, because that is technically what I'm doing at my job here. So I'm also going to go and create a lounge. We're going to go in here and go create new lounge. And I'm going to call this one public. I'm also going to set up some default settings, and this is important to not forget because you will forget this like I do all the time, possibly. Default settings, set your autopilot on your lounge if you want it. If you don't want your autopilot on your lounge, set it to copilot. Also remember your personal threshold. This will be very important. Your bot will not respond if it's set to 100%, because your bot will very, very rarely be 100% personal and accurate to your memory. I usually have 0% for most of my lounges. That allows Ziggy to respond to absolutely everything in my regular channels. So by clicking out of that screen, anywhere else on this screen, the settings have been saved. Something important to note here. So we're going to create a new lounge and we're going to call it public. We're going to hit create and it's going to show up in the side here. So you'll notice in the lounge, it is a separate status for your AI's mode from your actual chat window. Up in your chat window with your bot, it can have a different status for messaging mode. So it's important to remember and set it the way that you want it to be set. So we're going to set this one to autopilot, and we're going to try doing some testing here. Hello, new AI. Oh, nice to meet you too. Very nice to meet you. My name is Matt, your creator. There we go. So what we found out recently from in the community lounge from some of the personal AI people is that your AI will draw off of ChatGPT to get some information if there is nothing available. You'll notice that 32% personal, relevancy, and fluency, right? The idea is that they're trying to give us the best possible way to get some basic prompts in as a starter without overwhelming it with generic data that's not applicable to the end user. By going in here, we're going to start doing some chats. So I am at Matt Schaefer. Oops. Let me get rid of this pop-up here. Invite people. This is important too. Let's just go through a few of these at the same time. Invite your friends to your chat. This is important. Invite people to your rooms. It will help train your bots way faster. Brandon has helped me train all of my bots very, very, very quickly. We can pump through 50 or 100 messages in 10 minutes, and now the AI becomes very fluent in something very easily. So going back into our public lounge here, we have our auto drafts. We have our nice little pop-up, very clean looking. Thank you guys. So the idea here is we want to start saving some ideas. Some of these prompts here let you do events. Colons we can say something like, today is Friday. If I can spell it would be helpful, right? April 28th, 2023. What was yesterday? I like doing prompt training going backwards. Start at your end goal and working backwards to provide some information. And then I try jumping ahead a little bit. I like double checking that it understands what I mean by a date. What will the date be next Friday? See if it can get us the right date. May 5th. Oh, horrible. Horrible. See, and that leads into the next thing. So with bots, you're not going to always get the correct response right away. We got to go through and do a little bit more training as to explaining why, right? One of the easiest ways to do this is ChatGPT. So you can head over here. ChatGPT is awesome. It gives you a boost on how fast you can get some proper information into your AI if you ask the right questions. So one of the things we're going to do here, I'm going to set up my window on two sides for you guys. I am not prepared this morning. This is all just kind of ad hoc to take you guys through it. So ChatGPT, we're going to work on the basic model that everybody else is. So let's just copy and paste what we're doing so far. A chat conversation with my new AI. It learns from memory only and through its chat inputs. I need a sequence of information and then prompts and responses to teach my new AI. I'm going to do a little bit of correcting because I'm a super sloppy typer. Now, refer above chat. Let me do that again. Refer to the above chat. Show us how to teach a new AI about dates and times and how they relate to user inquiries. This is going to be a big one because off the bat, your AI is not really going to understand why it's getting asked for the date. And that's kind of part of the problem, perhaps. So I like to do this, right? We give it some basic prompting, just like you would do with ChatGPT. And we do some copy paste. And we send it over here. The other thing you can do is you can go ask my AI, and instead of putting it into your chat stream directly, it will send it to your AI and give you a co-pilot style response, which allows you to then choose whether you want to send it or dismiss it, which is another neat feature. Let's see what Ziggy says here. Longer messages will usually be automatically stacked. If a message does not get automatically stacked, you're going to want to click here. Make sure it says added to stack up in the corner. That way you know it's actually been added to your memory stack. You can verify that by going over into here, and you will see the same content over here. So we'll notice that only my two streams are in the memory stack. We only have 3 items so far. This goes back to a few other people's questions in the lounge about how it stores memory. So if we look in here, I'm going to stack this now, my very first comment. I'm going to go back into my data. And now you're going to see it pops up at the very top in the proper time slot. This is a very important thing for everybody to remember as they're going through. It will help your AI respond better. Normally, the responses are not automatically stacked. That may be a suggestion for Sharon and the team in the future. But the idea is that if you go through here, the AI now knows you sent this message. This little rope here signifies that the AI has replied to your message. So now you can save this message, you can favorite it, and now it knows that it is the new AI and it's nice to meet me. So we can go into data, check our memory stack, and again, the link shows up between the messages. This here, guys, is really where the bread and butter is of all of this stuff. I've mentioned it a few times in the chat, how you can go in here and remember to reply and stack your purple speech bubbles, right? By stacking these items, it's going to give your AI much better response because your AI now has double the information to work off of. So before, we had 3 stacked items. Okay, now all of these things up until now have been correct. This one was not, so I'm not going to put this one in, right? However, yesterday was April 27th. Absolutely. So let's check back in our data stack. Now we have 12 items, and now you'll see everything is tied in. So this is where you're going to start seeing, hopefully, a little bit of improvement. Let's see here. Explain the importance of dates and training a new AI. There we go. Can start to learn about dates and times and how they relate to user inquiries. As it receives more input and interacts with more users, it will continue to improve and become more accurate in its responses. Stack it. Also, you'll notice my prompt was not stacked. Make sure we stack that one as well, right? We're going to favorite that. I want to favorite the response. Now we can start actually getting into other things. 8:56 a.m. on April 28th, 2023. What date is next Monday? Let's double check our calendar. Next Monday will not be May 5th. Horrendous. So, easy way to fix this, guys. Edit. What is our date for next Monday? Well, currently next Monday is the 1st of May. So we're going to just change this and go May 1st. And you're going to go save. So the idea here is your AI doesn't understand how to relate what next Monday is. It doesn't know what Monday is because we've never talked about Monday. So now what I would probably suggest is, again, we have to go back into our chat GPT and we're going to want it to go and give us some instructions on days of the week, days of the month. Days of the week, months in the year, now tell my AI a story as to why this is a critical item. This is an important one. I find the AIs work really well learning from stories because of the word count. By giving it more words that are all correlated together, it allows you to give it better training. It's like teaching a 2-year-old 5 different ways to put the dishes on the counter. It takes 5 different ways to put the dishes on the counter. Guaranteed, you guys. So we're going to take this here. So this does not contain any of the information on the months. But what we will say is rewrite to contain weekday names and month names and explain relevance in human life to tracking dates. Excuse me, guys. So this should be a little bit better. Okay, so let's give this story. It's ChatGPT 3.5 still is not giving us all of the things we want. So instead, we will just put this in here. And then we're going to go back into GPT and we're going to copy our date list again. Oops. Wrong one. Sorry, guys. Here we go. So copy days of the week. Boom, boom. Copy. And so you will also notice larger prompts give you this got it saving to stack thing. That will happen if you have automatically had something saved to your stack. If you do not see this response to your message, make sure you go back up there and stack it if you want it saved in your memory. The AI will learn over time what you want stacked. It will start doing a better job. The algorithm will do it, but you have to give it something to work with, right? What is today? Here we go. Friday, April 28th. And yesterday, oops. And yesterday was perfect. So guys, that's kind of, I'll leave it there for now. I just wanted to go through a little bit of that. One of the other things I'm noticing, let's just do a refresh here. It wasn't generating the prompt helpers. So a lot of this time when you type in here, there we go. Oh, being a little slow. I know Sharon is getting ready to push updates tomorrow morning, so we may have some glitches in the system here, but that is okay. Normally what happens here is when you tag this with an @ symbol, every name, proper names, nouns, places. Let's just do the work here in GPT for a second. List names. Let's see here. We want to go here. Let me reframe this thought here for you. I do this a lot. So we're going to go A is used for names and proper names. Is used for topics. Event data. So let's see here. So give me 1 second here. Is standard tagging for the Personal.ai platform. There we go. That fixes it. So now we're going to copy this back in and we're just going to give our AI a little bit more understanding on what's going on here. Oh, sorry, I'm too many windows open here. There we go. Let me know. Got it, saving your stack. So the idea here is you got to feed in some back-end information because the database doesn't have anything. And when it goes to look for information outside the system, it's going to find it on ChatGPT. And ChatGPT has a training date of 2021, which was 2 years ago, which means we don't have the data in their system to tell that Personal AI exists. So best suggestions, guys, if you're looking for help on a specific section, log into ChatGPT, take the documents section for the area you're working on, paste it into there, and then start asking some questions to start with. Use that to fill in, say, I am now looking at this topic. Please include topic information that works well for this, right? It works pretty well for getting through. It's that whole prompt generation thing the world is leaning towards now. So if you guys have any other questions, I am in the lounges under my main user there. Give me a ring later if anybody has any questions, and you can check out our YouTube channel that I've started now to store all of these videos and prompts and training stuff. As we get going and I get better at this and I figure out how to be on Zoom more, I will give you guys better quality videos. We also have a 5-week runway lead up to our Easy Train platform, and that's going to be super exciting because we're going to be bringing in a lot of historical data. We're also going to be bringing in live data from Forex, cryptocurrency, news, weather. We're planning on making it multilingual, so the uploads will be uploading to your AI in the language of your choice, which I think will be very helpful for our bilingual and polyglot friends that we have out here in the community. I know we have almost 4,000 people now, and we have Russian and Polish, and I've seen German and Italian, Spanish, French. We've seen pretty much all of them so far, Japanese. And I'd like to see if we could try and make this a thing so we can be giving people more personalized language data. The lounge also works really good for converting different languages. If you go into your send and generate, and I'm going to point this out, ask your internet. You can say, please say hi to my Russian and Italian friends in both Russian, I can't spell Cyrillics, I apologize, symbol characters. It'll figure it out. I'm going to show you what a prompt looks like. And then we're going to go like this. We're going to go copy, and I'll show you the difference. So Smitty does not have any capabilities for translating. However, to show you one last final thing, we'll pop back over into my main account, and we're going to paste the same prompt in, and we're going to get Ziggy to do it. And we're going to see what Ziggy does compared to a brand new AI. Let's give it a refresh. Oh, I'm in the wrong. There we go. There we go. And we're going to ask my AI, and then we are also going to oh, not doing it now. Okay, Brandon. Okay, we got to work on Russian and Italian. Sorry, buddy. Next project. Anyways, I will let you guys go for now. Thank you for joining me. I have taken up much too much of your time, I'm sure, here for this morning. Good luck, and reach out if you got questions. Thanks, guys.